Well, good morning, scalawags, bilge rats, pirates, and of course, never forget the citizens. We're here at my plumbing and home renovation grounds, where I have permission from both of these boss mans to go through the dumpster and take anything I want. Of course, the caveat was not to leave a mess. As you know, I never leave a mess, so that was easy. I'm looking here at this rather large dumpster, and I thought, you know, could be some industrial large chunks of metal and things in here, but there's only one way to find out, unfortunately, for an old pirate. You have to climb. I'm not very good at climbing these days. Well, let's get up here where we can see stuff. Well, this is weird. Looks like all this goopy stuff in the top here is not good. And it looks like there is good stuff down there, but to get to it, rather hazardous, and no ladder on the inside to climb out. Now, I see some wire right there, and a piece of conduit that's full of that wire, and I'll bet you I'll have that wire. Now, how? I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out. Let's see. What are we gonna do? We're gonna need a tool that we can fashion to hook that wire and just drag that thing out of there. I'm not going to try walking on that old insulation. You could fall right through that. Let's see what they have over here for tools in the plumbing dumpster, of which I still have permission to dig through. Well, here's the deal. This is their small recycle dumpster, which they are supposed to put all of their cardboard in. These guys come up with trucks and they're in a hurry. They want to get back to work, or it's the end of the day, and they throw everything, including the large cardboard, in their regular dumpster here. So when I come, part of my job, as I see it, I mean, you know, it's not my job, is to get these things that fill up their dumpster before it needs to be filled up with cardboard and put them where they should be, which is in this dumpster where the cardboard belongs. I always make them room in their regular dumpster when I'm through. Which I don't know if they know that or appreciate it, but I see it as a little service that I do for all that I gain from scrapping their dumpsters. Like this brass valve, and this piece of pipe, and these bolts. And, well, you know, things, lots of things. Nothing there large enough to mess with. Okay, so we have this little pile of goodies, and this needs to go in here. Put it in here, and now let it fall down. Okay. Now, we could put a bunch of cardboard in that as we find it, and maybe get to some better stuff down in the bottom of this. That doesn't want to move. Oh well. It moved now. This being fiberglass, I don't believe that goes in the recycle. So I'll just have to move them and then put them back in there. Not a good place to have those screws sticking out, eh? As far as I'm concerned, anyway. That could hurt me. wow. Look at all those screws. They are just wanting to puncture a pirate. Pirate puncture, isn't that illegal? Well, in some states, I'm sure. This one? It's California. Who knows? They change things about every other day as far as what's legal and illegal. Ah, chunk of brass. Chunk of brass. Chunk of copper. Yep. Beauty. And this is why I come to this dumpster. What happens is these guys go on jobs where they replace people's plumbing, as you can see from the things in here. They replace people's plumbing, and when they get through, they take the old plumbing with them. They don't leave it there for the people to trip over. And when they pull in here with their 1-ton vehicles, which are pretty large, they dump all this stuff in the dumpster because they've got to get to another job, and they're not worried about itty bits of brass or anything like that. But I like any brass I can find, or copper, or high value metals. Seeing as I'm running around in a rather small conveyance compared to a pickup truck, I have to use my room wisely in the vehicle. This is not good. This thing is dead in the way, and it has that gigantic piece of Orangeburg pipe on top of it. Now, you might ask, what in the world is Orangeburg pipe? Well, I just happen to know, because I had to dig up my sewer pipe and replace it once up in the mountains. Orangeburg pipe was the new thing. This is part of an old water softener, by the way. See the salt in the bottom and the valves? So I dug it up, and to my surprise, it wasn't pipe at all. It was basically clay that had been fired. Like, you see the Spanish style roofs with the clay tiles on top of them up there, clay tiles kind of curved. It's that same material. Now, there is one piece of cast iron here which is definitely in my way for moving this thing so I can get to what I want. But other than that, that large piece of clay pipe is probably really heavy, I would think, too. So let's see if we can remove the overburden that this guy tossed out of his truck so he could get back to work. Makes sense to me. This is cast iron. Wow, quite a little chunk. I guess we could take that with us, especially if we can break it, because it's a little bit long for the car. But broken properly, should be doable. Let's see. Oh, loosened it up, I might. Didn't break it off. Pieces. Getting there. Okay, it's lighter now, but not by much. And now I have to get all these fragments so people don't think I'm running around here throwing steel out in the road to be run over by anybody. Oh yeah. All right, back to this. Okay, this thing is so heavy and so in the way. Arr, arr. Okay, maybe I've got the weight off of that, hopefully. Wow, that is really heavy. Stay there. No, stay there, not move. Don't you understand English, you piece of Orangeburg? Understand English. Stay there. stay out of my way for a little while. Okay, let's see if there's anything in this. This may be out of a guy's truck and have goodies in it. It sure seems like it might. Let's find out. Oh my gosh, she's heavy, that's for darn sure. Heavy counts. This is good then. Because it is heavy. Whew. Alright, so see what we have. More chunks of Orangeburg. This is why they call it Orangeburg. Look how orange it is. Okay, that right there. That in there. And as I do this, I'm improving their dumpster to where they can put more stuff in it, because things are rearranged and packed down. Have a lot more room in your dumpster. I think that's about it. Most of this weight is Orangeburg, unfortunately. Okay, so got this thing, one of those, one of these. So far, nothing of high value, huh? Yep, that's true. Okay, we gotta put that back in, and that. So let's see here. I see some copper pipe under here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it because it's tinned, coated with other things, but this is copper right here. Oh, you can see right there maybe where it's scratched copper pipe. Okay, what else we got in here? I may have to just dig in this one place, because very hard to move all this stuff around. Piece of copper pipe and a piece of brass. Those are the kind of things I like. Piece of brass. Nice. Okay, let's see if I can move this over a little bit. Or maybe take it out of the way, as long as we don't spill all that soil and plant material on the ground. Trying to not do that. Get it down in the dumpster. Oh, what's that? Oh, steel collars. Those are not brass. Great. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Can't have everything made out of brass in life. Or copper. Some of them are made out of stuff you don't want. Oh, look, a brass nugget right there. That's nice. Very nice of them to leave that. Okay, let's see if we can get rid of the rest of this cement stuff on top of there. Well, most of it. Come on now, let go of it. Let go of that. You. Oh, oh. Okay. Let go of this. Come on down slow like. There you go. This may help reach that wire I want in that big dumpster, the rollaway. Let's see. Move this over here with the other things that go back in. Right there. Now we can see some things. Another bag. Oh, this one's empty. And a very nice contractor bag. Well, it has a little hole in it. Well, if I needed another one for putting bottles and cans in, let's say, these are the ones to capture. But that one's got a big hole in it, so we'll leave it. Another piece of super light thin steel. This is a bag of styrofoam. Excellent, because styrofoam fits in with recyclables that can go over here in this and never be seen again. Now I did drop this piece of cement in this little bit of drywall. Don't want to leave that lying there. Okay. Got to be fastidious if you want to keep a permission. If you get a permission and then you ignore those types of things, you end up not having that permission anymore. They can revoke it at any time. They own the place. Okay, cardboard, recyclable, goes in the recycle bin, not the garbage bin. How many times? Oh, okay. Cardboard. Oh, piece of brass oil in there. Oh, heavy one too. Faucet stem. Those are nice. They're clean brass and heavy. Clean, heavy brass makes a happy pirate, let me tell you. I just did. Never mind. More regular pipe and a big brass valve on it. Chromed, but it's a brass valve. Here's another one. How many brass valves can be in this? Oh, it's a bathtub. There could be a lot of them in here, apparently. Because it's a bathtub. Full of goodies, pretty much. Well, not full. There's a lot of bad stuff in here. And this light steel is no good for us. No good for us to haul with a car. We had a pickup, of course, we'd throw that in there. That's no good. That's no good. Tin, light steel, in other words. Call it tin here. Sometimes it's called by other names. They might call it light iron or shred or that darn stuff that's in my way. That's usually what I call it, because not having a pickup, I'm not going to bother with it. Oh, and knock a piece of brass under there with a piece of steel? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'd rather have the piece of brass. Okay, I'm going to need something to stand up on to look in there better. What do we have? We have this ready-made brick thing here. Oh, there we go. Yeah. We'll just borrow this for a moment. Stand up there where we can see. Oh, brass faucet. Huh. Brass ends on that for sure. Not much of it left. And it's not even worth messing with, in fact. They've taken, somebody's twisted the brass nuts off or cut them off the ends. They were the heavy part of the brass. Just a little skin left. Okay. Let's get us a digging stick here. Dig for good stuff. Oh. Ah, there's one. Come on now. Come on. Well, if that didn't have crud in it, it would probably go in there. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. I'm doing something here. Alright. Ah! It's got a pipe cut off in that end, too. Well, all I can do is try and get it up higher. Seeing as I didn't bring a step stool with me. I usually don't. Brass, steel, good steel, heavy iron. Okay, another chunk of brass right there. Yep. A brass nut off the end of a line that goes to a toilet or something. Brass. Okay. What else we got here? I don't want this thing, it's just in our way. Making our view not a view at all. Is that, did I see a hint of something? No? Thought I saw a hint of another copper pipe, but I guess not. Whatever it was that I may have seen or not seen, it's gone. Okay. That thing there. What's this? Huh. A little plastic plunger with a copper rod inside it. We'll take that. I'll take it. Yes, I will. Okay, what else we got? Cardboard in the way. Anything in the box? Nope. A wash there, nothing in there. Keep going this way. We can find her. Yeah, okay. Ah, there we go. There's a chunk of brass. Yep, older faucets. All these pieces are brass. And this is definitely an older one, out of a bathtub. Probably this bathtub. I mean, duh. See, this is the way they make a brass shaft on parts these days. Here's your brass shaft in there, like that one I have down there. Yeah, plastic. No thanks. Yeah. So I like the old stuff. It's very good for recycling. Another piece. Come on, any more brass? Come on. Moving right along. Come on. Come on. Okay. Get out of there. Get. Move. What are you? I told you to move. One of those. Always like those. Okay, I better move my step stool down a little bit here. Get to the other end of this. If this tub wasn't in here the way it is, I'll bet we'd see many more goodies. So I don't want to take this out of there and have it out on the street and try to put it back in, because it's going to upset somebody eventually. So what I want to do instead is I want to get this thing up on its edge, up nice and high, and when I'm ready to leave this spot, I'll just flip it back in if I can. Let me see here. This thing's going to be kind of heavy. Even fiberglass is sort of heavy. You know what? I need to get the other side and flip it this way, so that when I put it back down, it's ready to throw all the other trash into. The hollow side up, not upside down. That would be bad. Let's try not to do things that are bad. I mean, after all, we're pirates. We don't do things that are bad. You know. Not all the time. Anyway. Okay, yeah, this goofy thing is really in the way. I'll bet there are treasures untold under here. But can I get to them? Yeah. Probably not. It is so heavy and so stuck down in there. Ugh, man, I can't believe it. The goodies are in the bottom. Ugh. I even have this thing's weight on it now, helping hold it down. When I thought I moved that out of my way a little bit. But apparently, it's not completely out of the way, is it? It's out of the way for now. It's a little precarious, but I think it can only fall out and not fall in on me, so could be worse. Wow, this thing's heavy. What in the world? This is just crazy. Apparently, it wants to sit, but it doesn't want to roll over. Bad obedience training, perhaps. Okay, the only way it even wants to go is back toward me. So I'll see if I can work with that. I'd like to see under this big goofy thing. It's got a bathtub side digging into that cardboard that's not supposed to be in here. Well, yes, that was... I love the way that thing just smacked me in the elbow right there. That was cool. Don't see that every day. Ah, well. Well, I think I'm going to have to give up on this one. I am not of the strength to move all that. And I have not a gigantic pry bar on me, so, oh well. Let's see if we can put that back. That was pretty easy. And put the other fiberglass back. after putting this Orangeburg material back in. Orangeburg, away! Perfect. Sort of. It's close. It's not perfect, but you know, only God is perfect, so I have a little trouble with it being perfect. Oh. Okay. Now this is how they had it, sticking out of here. I think it should stick out that side so that people don't snag on it, run their face into it, hit it with a car with these screws sticking out, and then sue somebody for leaving it sticking out. Luckily, this joint is covered by video cameras and a very nice flag. It was raining this morning though. I'm supposed to take those down when it's raining. Yeah, well, it's Sunday. That's probably why no one's here to do that. Okay, let's put this in here. Okay, all right, now, if we had a piece of metal long enough, let's say a hook on the end, perhaps we could toss it at that wire, hook it and pull it. Now this stuff is really weak, so it's not much of a hook. Almost forgot this has to go back in, of course. This piece of water softener, which was under that, so there you go, water softener. Have fun. There you go. Have a good time. All right. Gather all this up so no one else does. Yeah, there are ne'er-do-wells that lurk around here. I've talked to some of them before. Some of them are actual ne'er-do-wells, and some of them are pretty good people. Just depends on who you're talking to. But, you know, I don't want to take any chances on losing all me booty after that hard-fought battle to get it. That's not good. I'll come back for the recycling, but I want all this brass and copper out of the road here. Let's see what we can do. That and this here. All these. Piece of tin. Okay, with that right there and there. Some steel. Some more steel. Well, steel is the meal that I'm gonna eat tonight. Yeah. That's what scrappers say. Steel is the meal. But you know what? Not if you have a regular size or small car. Steel suddenly is not the meal because you need high value, lighter, smaller, more compact items. Okay, now I might make it to the car. Yeah, that's a little better. Have to deal with that piece of cast iron pipe. I think I'll take it with me. That'll get it out of there. There'll be nothing but a little bit of mud from it on the ground. Okay. Now, here we are. All of our stuff. Let me see here. Open the killer turtle hull lid. I shall demonstrate momentarily. This thing is made to wear these little shock absorber things here. They're gas-filled tubes at one time, but not anymore. It got older. So now this just comes back, and if you don't think that will kill you, you better think again. This is the heaviest deck lid I've ever seen in my life. It's hit me before. It's hit my son before. It is no fun. It will hit you in the shoulder or the neck when you're in here looking at something. And this thing here hits you in the back or the neck. Not so much fun. That's why the new invention here keeps that thing right there. Because if it doesn't stay right there, well, you get, let's see here, that happens. And if it'll do that to a piece of steel, wait, that's brass. Is that brass? Yeah, it's brass. Even better. Piece of brass, that, think what it does to the back of your neck. Not very good, right, exactly. I'll set it there so it's not latched, and we'll come back with that piece of cast iron pipe. We'll grab it and throw it in. Then we will do the quest for heavy gauge older wire on the top of that gigantic roll-off bin. There you go. Okay, so safety precaution engaged. This thing's shorter now, so maybe I can fit it in there. Good, 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 good. All right, get our recycling, meaning the CRV cans and bottles off the ground. Put them in there. And don't forget the piece of cast iron that might cause someone a tire heartache. That's steel. That is. These are. I'm gonna leave this laying around. Oh, that's dirt. Looks like metal, but it's not. It's dirt. Okay. So we got this. No, it's dirt again. All these chunks. I don't think I'll have to use this at the roll-off dumpster over there. I think I'm just going to go with this one plan, this silly piece of flexible steel. Super light. The kind they use for keeping a water heater upright in an earthquake. Of course, most places in the U.S. you don't worry much about earthquakes out in the middle of the United States. But on the coast, in California, they make you put in these things so that if there is an earthquake, your gas hot water heater, or any kind actually, but gas would be the one you'd be worried about, won't fall over in an earthquake and explode, start a fire. Things they can do hooked to gas, you know. Right, so need that little piece of metal. Just retrieving it now so we can cut this out for sure. This is probably too flexible to use correctly. See? Wiggly, right? Well, I used to work in a sheet metal shop, so I know how to make it unflexy, but I would need something like this. If you want to make it not flexy, what you do is put it on the edge of something hard like this. Cement. Put that, go over there. Okay. And then you put a couple of dimples in it here and there. Like this. You bend it. When you bend it, it's not as flexible and wiggly and wanting to wobble all over the place as it was. I better just do that on the ground here. One never knows. Better close this. Looks a little too suspicious. Sitting here with the turtle hull open like I'm waiting for someone to rob the place, which I'm not. So there you go. I can at least reach it out a little ways. I don't know if I can go far enough to get to that wire yet. Probably should have done more dimpling. Okay, away. Yo-ho. Up to the top of the dumpster. Where's the other rung? There it is. Yeah, might be able to do this in 1 or 2 tries. Whew. Okay. Yeah, since I've stiffened this end up, I can actually use it to go, hopefully dokily, in between there. Come on. Oh, it wants to be closed up more. Okay, fine. I don't care. There you go. Let's see if we can do it now. Oh, come on. And that, my friends, is how you get some large #1 wire out of a dumpster with just a bunch of insulation in it. That's the right stuff. That's what's in here anyway. Tin and this insulation. So we'll put that in there. Wouldn't want them to lose any scrap weight now, would we? Well, you know, whatever. Okay, this is a breaker. These breakers these are old, judging by, you know, the wire and the thickness and how wonderful it is. This thing is old. So, what we got here is a breaker that'll also have copper in it, and it will have silver in it. The contacts inside the old ones like this have a little bead of silver on top of them. So, all in all, relatively successful. Not bad. Could be worse. But, you know, not a lot of value, I understand. But at least I'm really glad you came along with me. Makes all the difference in the world. Whew. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Once again, sort of, here's me face. Don't forget, please, like, and especially subscribe if you have an urge to. It does really, really help us out. And comment. I answer comments or comment on comments. I like comments. I don't like much, but I like comments. So, comment if you will. Scrap Pirate Roberts, out.